All right, so now if I have you convinced that you need an automated sales system and you need to focus on generating new clients, new prospects every single day, despite whether or not you have current clients, despite whether or not you can take on new clients, that you constantly need to be filling your pipeline. If you guys can agree that this is something that's beneficial for your business, here is what you need to do next. Here is the systems and the steps that you need to work through that in order to go from A to Z, basically. Now let's start at the end, right? Because you'll notice at the end is the pitch. And I mentioned if you guys stick around to the end of the training, I'm going to give you guys my sample sales deck, and I'll also give you my sample sales contract that you guys can use. Stick around just like 10 more minutes, okay? And I'll give you that. But that's at the end. And I am only spending time pitching people. I'm only going to spend time going through my whole spiel and pitch with people who are interested, motivated, who want to spend money with me, who are the decision maker, and they are ready and interested to get going. Like, that's the only person that I'm going to spend time with. If they're not, and they don't fit all that criteria, I'm not going to spend time with them. So here's how I find those people. What I need to do is I need to qualify those people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sort of qualification process, some sort of application process, something in front of them, some sort of gate to keep out the ones who aren't motivated, who aren't interested. So I'm going to record a sales video and have them watch the sales video. Or I'm going to send them to a sales page and have them click a scheduling link. Or I'm going to make them call me. Or I'm going to make them do something that says they are qualified. And ideally, right, we talk about in our Sales Accelerator Mastermind, there are specific gates that I need my people to go through, that I need my prospects to go through before I consider them qualified, right? There are 4 specific gates that we cover, but you want to make sure that you put those gates in front of people so that you're only pitching the right ones. But in order to do that, right, the next step, right, is we got to find these people. So we've got to go out there, and I'm going to skip ahead to the beginning. So we skip ahead to this lead source. And I put this big kind of bowl-looking thing because leads are out there. Hopefully I've convinced you today that there is no shortage of leads, right? That there's no shortage of prospects that are out there. You can use Google Maps. You can use Yelp. You can use all of these tools, or you can even use things like robocontact to go out there and find these leads. So let's hop in and see how many I pulled up, okay? So just over, since it was searching, I went out there and I got 328 new leads, all right? I got the name of the business. I got their address, so if I wanted to send them direct mail, I could. I have their website. I have their phone number. If there was an email on their website, it grabbed their email, and it also gave me their Facebook link, their Twitter, their YouTube, and any of their social media links. And if they had a contact us form on there, it would also submit the contact us form. So literally while we were doing that, it generated over 300 leads for me in an instant. So you could do that as well. The point is you've got to have some form, right, of lead source. You've got to have some form of leads coming in, and you've got to have some way of reaching out to them. I mentioned that robocontact could send them an email. We could also trigger a zap so that you could grab those people and call them, automatically send them a voicemail. You could automatically text them. You could automatically send them a website, right? And so once we get these leads, we've got to contact them. That's the next step. If you just have a bunch of people sitting in your database, it doesn't do anything unless you actually go out there and reach out to them. And guys, I'm a wimp. I'm a nerd. I love to sit behind my computer. I love to sit behind my screen where I'm nice and safe from rejection, because I've been on the front lines of cold calling. I've done door knocking. I've done hand-to-hand, prospecting and gotten rejected to my face hundreds of times, gotten rejected over the phone hundreds of times. So I don't want to do that anymore. And so what I do is I put, once again, a way for them to be able to engage with me right here, right? I put a way for them to be able to engage with me on in this process. So I make them respond. I make them go to my website. I make them call me back. I make them do something before I send, before I force them to hear my sales pitch, before I force them to do anything else. So all of this, right, when you put it together, when you go out there and you generate leads and you message them and you find the ones that are interested, and then you qualify and you find the ones that are motivated and can afford you and are ready to go, and then you hop on and you walk those people through a specific process, well, all of a sudden, right, you can now start to do it, right? You can now start to get clients immediately, right? You start running searches. You can start contacting people immediately. You can start calling people immediately. And it's never been easier, right? Gab says, does it work outside the USA? It does. It works anywhere where Google Maps works. So you obviously want to follow all your laws, okay? But it does work everywhere.